Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Through this video, I want to talk about the common challenges faced by entrepreneurs and founders who start their business for the very first time. A lot of these challenges that are faced by entrepreneurs are pretty much common, but nobody wants to, talk about them because they feel that these challenges might be embarrassing to talk about, or they have to go through this journey by themselves on their own. So that shouldn't be the case. That is the reason why I'm making this video, to make other founders and entrepreneurs aware that you are not alone in this journey. Everyone faces these challenges at one point or the other in their life, which is where I want to plug a small shout out to this club called Bombay Founders Club. Bombay Founders Club is this club of entrepreneurs that started in Mumbai, and now it has branched to Delhi, Bangalore, and Pune, and where not. So Bombay Founders Club is this club of entrepreneurs and founders who understand each other. There are lots and lots of networking events that they host all across India, and if you're an entrepreneur, I would definitely urge you all to check it out. So I will leave the link of Bombay Founders Club in the description. This is by no means any sponsored video. I'm just doing this because I'm also one of the founding members of Bombay Founders Club, and this is a vibrant community of entrepreneurs where everyone comes together with each other. So if you are an entrepreneur, you cannot miss out. And this is an exclusive club of entrepreneurs wherein they arrange lots and lots of interesting activities for founders, and can kind of help each other out. So be sure to check out Bombay Founders Club. Link is in the description. I hope you make the most out of this club membership. About myself, my name is Nikhil Mavekar. I'm a game developer by profession, and I started my career in game development by founding my own company, Game Studios, which I'm running to this date. I've also raised some amount of funding from investors, and I've seen pretty much all the ups and downs that happen in a typical business cycle, right? So you can be rest assured that whatever I'm talking is from my real experience that I've gone through in the last 12 years. All right. Now let's get started with the video. Challenge number one. The first and foremost challenge is whenever you are running your own business or starting your own business is doubts everywhere around you. Your mom, your dad, your relatives, your friends will all advise you against pursuing entrepreneurship just for the fact that it is extremely risky. If you go ahead, get a job, you will get a fixed salary. But in entrepreneurship, that safety comfort does not exist at all. That safety net does not exist at all. That's the reason why you will have to take a lot of risks, financial issues that you will invite to yourself. And that is the reason why you will get a lot of these doubts around you. That is challenge number one, to kind of overcome this doubt system that is being built around you. And this brings me to challenge number two, which is self-doubt. It is actually deeply linked to challenge number one, because when you start hearing everyone talking negative about you pursuing this path, you naturally start to think to yourself, hey, am I doing something wrong? But that is where you need to rise above and kind of believe in yourself that what you are doing is good, and what you want to pursue is something that will kind of change your life. Which brings me to challenge number three, which is actually identifying what you are doing is right or wrong. And there are a couple of ways to kind of validate this. Every business goes through a cycle wherein it needs to understand if this business is worth pursuing or not. And a clear indicator of that in almost all the cases, 100% of the cases, is revenue generation. Are you able to figure out what makes money for you? If you are not able to figure that out, then you go through constant cycles of pivot. Now you figured out a way to make money through your business, which brings me to the next challenge. Is your business profitable or not? Because if you're running a business and you're not making money, then you're not running a business, you're running a charity. So that is the reason why you have to figure out profitability, because that is what ultimately matters in a business. So it can also be possible that your business does not make money for a few months, for a few years or so, but you need to have that clarity in mind that these are the number of steps that I will take to generate money, which also is tied up to the next challenge, which is pivot. Pivot means that when you are running a business, there might be certain processes that don't really work for you. And that is wherein you have to actually sit down and identify what will make sense for your business. And what will make sense means what will make your business profitable. And if you're able to figure that out, then that means that your business cycle needs a pivot, which means that what you were running so far was not making sense. That's the reason why you have to shift to doing something else that will make sure that your business survives. Every major business goes through this pivot cycle. YouTube started off as a dating site, then they've pivoted to video. Slack was earlier a game development company. Later on, it became a communication company. There are tons and tons of examples like this. So, pivot is a challenge that sometimes is extremely required for a business, which also brings me to the next challenge: delusion. Founders at times are delusional. Now, delusion can be a positive thing as well as an extremely negative thing. If you are delusional to a point that sometimes you are overcome with a lot of passion and you don't know what is in sight, it might happen. It might very well happen that you're so attached to your product, to your service, that you forget about profitability, you forget about the core needs of the business itself. And that's where you run into delusion that what I'm doing is right and there can be no other way that I will do this, and this is the only way that I will do it. So that should not be the case. As a founder, you need to be extremely practical, and you need to be harsh as well as shrewd in your decision making to make sure to do what is right for the business and not what is right for you. Okay, so that is a very, very critical piece of challenge that you will have to navigate at some point of time. Which brings me to the next challenge: money. Now, every business needs money to survive. Everything costs money, right from your electricity to your Wi Fi to your cost of talent. Every single thing costs money. That is the reason why it is very, very important for you to manage money properly, because businesses don't have a steady growth cycle at all. Of course, if your business has matured to a certain stage wherein you do know that what is your MRR, which is monthly recurring revenue, or ARR, which is annual recurring revenue, in that case you can pretty much be self assured that okay, things are going to go right. But money is the biggest challenge that you will face while running a business. And every other problem pops out from the lack of money. So that is the reason why whenever you are starting a business, you need to solve the money part properly. Because if you run out of money, then you run out of business. And there are lots and lots of cases wherein businesses have to face shutdowns because they were not able to sustain their operations. The next challenge you're going to face is building a team. Now, money is important, but just as important is the team. You see, when you run out of money, the business will survive on its team's strength, the team's capability of working with each other and understanding that the business is going through a rough cycle. That is where you need some really, really good people who will be there for your business, who will take care of the operations and will be there for you as a person, as a support system. And that is the reason why having a right team is super duper crucial. Which also brings me to the next challenge, which is hiring. Now, hiring is a challenge that every entrepreneur faces, and it is one of the most difficult challenges because hiring kind of involves you to make a guess on whether this person that you are going to hire is going to actively contribute to your business or not. And there is no way you can actually figure out if the person is good or not for your business till the point of time they have joined your business. And this is pretty much true for any and every hire, because every hire that you do, be it a junior level talent, be it an intern or a senior level talent, is going to be a leap of faith from your side. You never know what you're going to get. And hiring also involves a lot of other challenges like notice periods. It involves you kind of understanding whether or not this person is right for your business or not, which brings me to the next challenge, which is firing. Firing is an extremely complicated challenge because you kind of made a promise to a candidate that you're going to hire them, you're going to take care of their monthly expenses, but later somewhere down the lane you realize that this person is not really adding value to you. So there can be two cases where you will have to fire someone. Number one case is wherein you realize that okay, you hired a candidate and you give them some amount of time, you give them certain task, and you started to realize that they are not performing well, right? In that case, what should we do? You will kind of give them a warning. You'll kind of tell them that hey, this is not working out, maybe you should course correct this, that. And if given two warnings they are not rectifying themselves, then it becomes mandatory for you to fire them, because of two reasons. First reason is for the safety of your own business. Your business needs to generate cash, and cash is a direct function of your employees performing towards a certain goal. If that goal is getting delayed, if that goal is getting compromised because of the direct involvement of some of the team members, then that will not be a fault of the team members. That will be counted as a fault of yourself. You, as the founder or the CEO or the entrepreneur of your business, needs to take these harsh decisions as soon as you can. And this is kind of also doing a favor on your business, and it's good for the candidate as well, because they get a feedback that okay, things are not going to work like this. Because if the candidate is slacking in your business will slack, then there will be no revenue generation. And if revenue generation halts, then you will not be able to afford to pay salaries of these people, and that will bring a bigger problem to you. So firing becomes critical when you realize that someone is not performing to their best of the capability. The second reason why you fire someone is when you come to realize that okay, maybe you are not going to be able to sustain the operations of your company if you continue to hire or keep certain staff in your payroll. It is a very simple calculation. Just do a quick math on your cash in bank. Do you have cash in bank that will survive for your business if you have no other extra sources of revenue coming into your picture for the next 12 months? Ideally, the number should be 24 months. Do you have enough money in your bank account to survive for the next 24 months? If you don't have that much amount of cash, and if you feel that you have certain people that you've hired extra, in that case, it becomes very, very critical for you to take that decision as soon as possible as well. Primarily because you might not be able to afford paying them salaries after a particular point of time. And this becomes true when your business is going through a tough phase. This becomes true where you might have lost a significant amount of revenue coming into your business. There can be n number of reasons for this to happen, but you have to realize as an entrepreneur, as a founder, that this is a challenge that you have to take head on, and you have to take the decision as soon as you possibly can. Most of these challenges kind of are a direct correlation of money, right? If you have enough amount of money, obviously you can do anything, you can be the king of the world. But money is responsible for running your business. Okay, if you lose control of money, you lose control of the business. That is a plain and simple fact. So these are some of the challenges that you will actually face. Another challenge that you will face is running out of money. Now that is also a very, very significant challenge that a lot of founders and entrepreneurs face, and it is completely normal for a business to run out of money. In that case, what should you do? You should not give up. You should make sure that you are actually giving your best and figure out ways through which you can actually generate revenue. There can be another outcome of this as well, wherein you come to realize that okay, things are not working and maybe I'm not able to get this out of my way. In that case, sometimes it's also a best option to shut down your business. Now of course, this is a very, very hard thing to do, because nobody wants to actually shut down a business that they started with a lot of passion and love. But if it comes to that, you have to take that call. You have to be the person to kind of kill your own business if it is not making any monetary sense to you. And then the last challenge that I want to talk about, and this is super duper important to keep yourself motivated. You have to believe in your business at all times. You have to go through all the tides and turns that happen and come your way. There is no other alternative. You started this for your financial freedom. You started this because you had a dream. You wanted to pursue this. You wanted to kind of be the master of your own time. There can be n number of reasons, right? So you have to figure out how to keep yourself motivated, and this can happen by attending networking events. It can happen by talking to fellow founders, because fellow founders are the only people who actually understand you. All right, so these are some of the challenges that you will face as an entrepreneur. Let me know down in the comment section if you are an entrepreneur and some of the challenges that you faced might not have been mentioned in this video, because there can be tons and tons of challenges. All right, so that's it for this video. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you're finding my channel for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on my next videos. My name is Nikhil Mankar. I'm a game developer by profession, and I've been in the entrepreneurship journey for the last 12 years. And on my YouTube channel, you'll find a lot of videos around games, game development, as well as entrepreneurship. So that's it for this video. I'll see you in my next one. Until then, take care.